interest, I have over here a Lenovo power adapter. When we flip it, we see again we got 65 watt 20 volts. When we look at the jacket specs, we see the negative on the outside of the adapter jacket and the positive on the inside. So we should have about 20 volts. Again, in this case it's 20 volts. When you have something so close to the range of the multimeter, don't just put it on 20 volts because it's just overlying. You want to put it a tad higher. You can always go down to get more resolution on the display. So in this case we'll put it on 200, and we're going to plug this adapter. This adapter it has no LED light, but so there's no light to indicate if this thing is working or not. Again, we put the negative lead on the outside jacket and the positive on the inside, and we got exactly 20 volts. So this one is working perfectly. As you can see, I'm not touching the ground lead on the inside. If you do that, you can short either your multimeter or your power supply, so you want to keep that as is. Don't leave it alone. Just touch the inside of the jacket, 20 volts again. This power supply is working just fine. We have a Dell power adapter, AC adapter, so I believe this one is bad, so we're going to go over the troubleshooting steps on how we will go about this. Obviously this one has a LED light, so the first thing we're going to do is connect it to the power and see if the light comes on. In this case there's no light, so obviously that tells us that the power supply is bad, the AC adapter. But let's say that we did get a light on, but the unit is still not turning on. What do? We go to the tip of it. When you flip the power adapter around it, you will have here, as you can see, it tells you here how many volts. It's 19.5 volts, 4.62 amps. The inside of the jacket is positive and the outside of the jacket is a negative. With that in mind, let's say that this light was actually working and you want to verify it. So 19 volts is a tad under 20, but we just want to make sure that we have some leeway, so we put it on DC voltage, 200 volts, and we get the negative lead on the outside of the jacket, and we get the positive lead on the inside of the jacket. As you can see, there's no voltage whatsoever coming out, so this adapter is bad. Here we have the Dell adapter. I'm going to try to open it. Keep in mind that these things are glued, they're not screwed in, so once you crack it, it's gone. But just for the, there we go. Once it's broken, it's broken. I mean, if it's for yourself or to repair it to somebody else, you know, you can work with it. It is what it is. What we want to do is take a look inside and see what we find. Try to pry out the shielding. Again, we don't want to touch anything on the inside. And we go back to the same thing we were talking about, one of the other power supplies. They're so compact that everything is touching. Everything is so tight. Now this one doesn't have any blown caps that I can see or anything swollen. So we have to take out the back of it and do some programming later on. Let's pry this thing open. I can see that it's soldered on 2 points here with the grounded. So let's just bend this sucker out. And, oh, that's not good. As you obviously can see, this thing is totally fried. It has water damage all over it. You don't want to cut these things. There's water damage over here. It's totally fried on there. So nothing we can do about this. You wouldn't repair this at all. It has so much water damage. You can see we have a blast down here. It's pretty bad. So this sucker is a gunner. It is gone for good. So, there's no point on repairing any of these, but just for the sakes of it, we open it up because this is totally busted and it's cheaper to buy a new one. Anyways, so that's it.